Another double feature this week. Short version, I've been having some health issues this past week and just now getting over a cold. I don't know if you could hear that in my voice. But anyway, the Martian Chronicles. Solid episode. Great to see more Magan. I really missed her. It makes me all the more kind of frustrated she's leaving. Um, just great character moments all around for just about everybody. First, I gotta give props to Alex. I didn't think I could like Alex any more than I do, but Bare Naked Ladies is one of my favorite bands. In fact, they were my very first concert. So it was, granted, it was such a minor thing, just basically being name dropped over and over again. But still, it was cool. I was glad they picked someone I was familiar with and then enjoyed instead of just some obscure artist or someone who's like really popular at the time. And yeah, again, really cool to see more of Maggie and Maggie and Alex's relationship. Uh, okay, so this is one of the things I always I get kind of embarrassed when watching episodes of shows like this. When people switch identities or there's a shapeshifter, because I get so it's not so much I believe it, I just get so into it. It always takes me a minute to realize, oh, wait, that's the same actor, just playing a different character, or the same character in a different way. So, so it took me a minute to realize I could say Jeremy Jordan, for as short as it was, did a really good job playing the evil white Martian. It was for 30 seconds, but he sold it. It was really well done. Just situation. I always amuse myself when I realize I have to remind myself that's Melissa Benoist playing John Jones, playing Kara. But it's just credit to the actors. And Itchy Lay, is that the name of the actress that plays Alex? She did a really good job playing Evil 2. The fight scenes were really cool. There was this one bit where it was obviously a CGI Supergirl fighting a CGI Martian, but I'm willing to forgive it because the Supergirl was moving so fluidly. There's just no. I mean, as much as I love Melissa Benoist, she would not been able to have moved that way. I don't think it's humanly possible. So, I can forgive that. One thing, though, I do have to sort of roll my eyes at. This is what I mean when I say Supergirl's super speed is actually a very problematic superpower. Because the scene where she's chasing the evil wind, there is no way in hell you should have been able to get away. Oh, because I mean, it's especially funny because coming off the crossover not too terribly long ago, when they keep pointing out she's as fast as Barry, she's as fast as the Flash, possibly faster. So, and like Martian super speed is like one of the few superpowers they don't share with Kryptonians. As far as I know, anyway. I've never seen John go super fast in this episode. So, just the idea that he was able to get away is I just sort of have to roll my eyes at it, but I also have to let it go so I can enjoy the rest of the episode. I mean, I understand why they try to forget Supergirl super speed, because it's really hard to have a story sometimes otherwise, but it should they should have just left that power out this time. Oh, speaking of John's, again, great moments between him and Magan. I love the moment where he's trying to, because I was wondering if they were going to do a blood thing like the Thing, but they fight, hold your hand up to the fire, and the fire makes them reveal their true colors or whatever. I really liked David Harwood's performance as John being terrified of going near the flame, and I really liked Magan comforting him and encouraging him and speaking in Martian. That was really well done. I love the emotional connection of well, I don't know if emotional connection, but I like the twist, I guess, of the White Martian being sent to track her, track Magan being her husband. I I like the twist that was too. That was really well done. One thing that just sort of makes me go, and it's not really fault of the show. It's how I see the characters. Just because before this, the only incarnations of Ms. Martian that I know of were her appearance in the Teen Titans comic book and the Young Justice cartoon, where she plays what is essentially a teenager. In any case, someone who's significantly younger and not just, human reckoning, but the way they present themselves as Martians, there's just like a significant age gap between them and John, between her and John. So the idea that they were in love just, it was like almost like I need an adult moment. But then I gotta remind myself, she's clearly an adult in this version. I mean, she works at a bar, she has an apartment. The actress is clearly older. It's just one of those things where I had to keep reminding myself she's not a teenager in this version. She's not a teenager in this version. Speaking of the bar, I do like that one little joke where she's just serving the guy whipped cream. He said, this is it, and you're cut off, and he's not like doing anything illicit with it. He's just enjoying the whipped cream. Also, a nice little moment, sort of between her and Kara, but sort of between her, Kara, and Marnell, is when she points out that Marnell's been drinking club soda for the past week. So, that was nice. They really took advantage of the fact that this is her last episode. I mean, she was the star of this episode, but Kara was still present. Kara, so again, what's really impressed me with the show, especially this season, is it's done a really good job of balancing the characters. I mean, say what you will about whether or not you believe the whole Guardian thing with James. At least James is getting a decent amount of screen time, and he's doing more than he did last season, at least that I can remember. I'll be rewatching the first season soon, so at least he's got actual stuff going on instead of love triangle shenanigans. But speaking of love triangles, there is one point I definitely want to make sure I bring this up because Kara realizes she does feel for Mon-El, and she's going to talk to him. And she talks about how the reason why she was hesitant to do so, basically she was afraid of history repeating itself. She didn't want her heart broken again like she had like last season and everything. And then, I thought this was actually brilliant. I know I didn't make this connection until after listening to the Supergirl radio review of this episode, where they talk about how it's almost like right out of season 1, where Kara goes to talk to Mon-El, or last season James, and finds that they're with Eve, or in last season's case, Lucy. And, they were talking about it's like, oh, that just, deja vu, rubbed me the wrong way. But it's like, I'm pretty sure that was intentional. Because, like I said, Kara was worried about basically history repeating itself. I don't remember her exact wording because, it's been over a week at this point. But, she was afraid of the same thing happening. And then the same thing happened. So I thought that was really, really well done. And again, Melissa Benoist just knocked it out of the park. I'll take a double because I mentioned Supergirl Radio and talked about the cast. So that was really good, and had a really good payoff this week, which I'll get to that in the next video. But yeah, this was a really solid episode. Creepy, great action, great, fantastic, amazing character moments. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. Really glad. And in a minute, I'll talk about this week's episode.